Hello, everyone. Welcome back to more chess, playing against the Ordinary. And I think I should I want to try not the Sicilian. Like, I, I apparently it's complicated and I don't know how to play it right. Whereas, I don't know how to play anything right, but I seem to get a lot of complications when I try it. Um, is this? I don't know. I think I just go here to defend the pawn. Seems pretty normal. And then this. If they want to break up my queen side a little bit, I'm okay with that. I think just develop a knight. This pawn is undefended. Worth noting. Can't ever be defended by a pawn. They really don't like me getting a piece here, huh? I guess the bishop maybe is what they're thinking. Not sure it's really worth the tempo to do this just yet, but okay. Can I do this? I think so. Takes would be very welcome, so I assume they don't do that. Oh, I would drop this pawn. Whoops. Maybe not so great. All right, let's just scooch the queen up a bit. Guard the pawn differently. Yeah, I sort of thought that might be coming to try to deflect, to annoy the queen somehow. I don't think I can really afford this. But I think the queen is pretty hard to attack here, isn't she? Gets out of the pin. Like, what are you gonna do, you stupid knight? These pawns are too strong. Here, like there's just no attacking her. I guess you try to get here, right? That's the idea. How would you do that? You'd have to approach from here, which means you'd have to come from here. And I don't think you can get there. So I don't think I need to worry about it just now. Until some pawns start to be disrupted. Ah, he's also defending this, I guess. So I have this pawn now defended enough that I could push here if I wanted, don't I? If takes. Yeah, I have plenty of support for that. And I think I want to. Maybe it weakens the queen, I don't know. But it gives me this great center. I think she's still fine. So threatening this, fine. I could develop my bishop here. It's trading a bishop for a knight if they go for it, and also weakening my pawn. What if instead I played, like, I don't know, queen here or something to chase away the knight? And that's actually pretty cool because once the knight moves, I pick up this pawn. But it drops this pawn. So I could try this first. I don't know. Here, they have to move the knight, then this, and then they defend the pawn? Seems okay. Or maybe not this. Maybe just pawn push, actually. Attacking the knight so they don't get a tempo. And where's the knight even going to go? One of these, I guess. And then I get to attack him again. Oh, okay. So this first, maybe? I guess there are some scary ideas about this queen getting exposed so much, maybe? Right, if here takes, my king is not really very safe. I could just push this pawn to attack the knight? I was imagining this, which might be better. What if I develop a bishop with check? Is that any good? I don't think it is. This is a fine move for them, I believe. Yeah, I don't want to do that. This is kind of... not really. They could castle. I think I'll just push the pawn. Should be fun. I mean, I have this undefended pawn here, and I'm not as developed as I'd like to be. But where's the knight going? I feel like here is almost the only move. Because this is weak to queen here, I think. No, I mean, well, yeah. It's not weak, but it does create problems for my opponent, maybe. And also this. I haven't developed as many pieces as I really should. But it seemed like I've had better things to do with my pawns, and I've created a good center. That's something. Oh, but knight here, I have this bishop move. And then queen here would be hitting the rook. Uh-huh. So I think this is good. It attacks the knight, so it comes with some tempo. It's easy enough to defend the knight, for example, queen here, but then I would have this. So I don't think that would be very good. I think they might want to move the knight, and it would kind of have to be to, like, one of these squares, which would be fine with me. And then I can move this pawn, finally. I don't know, though. If you move the knight, I just get this bishop move, which is great. Right? Like, what are you supposed to do about that? You have to move the king, and you don't get to castle that way. Or you bring the knight back and just lose a pawn again. And then... Oh, you don't even lose a pawn. Right, you could do this and lose the knight. Or lose a pawn that way. Okay, so just knocking a castle. And now this knight, this pawn has been hanging for a while. It's time to do something about it. What exactly shall that be? Not sure. Oh, it's not hanging anymore. There's a queen on it. That's kind of cute. So maybe I just castle. I want to do something about this bishop, though. I don't like the idea of takes here. I could retreat. I like the bishop being kind of deep in their camp, but right now I need it at home. My king is kind of vulnerable, and this knight is an issue. Nope, that doesn't work. Yeah, I should have looked around to see if there was some cool threat against my queen, but there clearly isn't. Even something like this, I just, back up. No big deal. This kind of pins the knight in that they don't want to allow a queen trade, but it doesn't pin it for long. I want to do something quiet with her, but there's no place actually good to put her, I don't think. I want her to back up, but she can't back up along a diagonal. So it's really like, these are bad. So it's really here or these. These are my choices. I don't think there's any counterattack possibility at the moment. I do have to respond to this threat. A light square might be cool because they have a dark square bishop. There's a problem with here, which is this knight move. And I think likewise a problem here because of this knight move. So what's wrong with this? Also, this seems a little ambitious, but maybe it's good. So what's wrong with queen here? Oh, actually queen back here suffers the same problem with these knight moves. They're all attacking this. And then I could back up, but they get some tempo. Maybe then it's important that I be able to get to this square to hang on to this pawn once... I don't know. There's this, but I think they just go for that, and I'm just not happy, right? So I think I just have to back up. Yeah, that seems fine. And then when they press the attack, I fall back again to defend this pawn. And that knight is doing a great job right now. I would like to disturb him at some point, which should be easy enough. Bishop here, for example. Or even pawn push. Yeah. Pawn push to generate a better center again. Oh, a knight here, though. What a nightmare. What's up with this queen? I don't know. Trying to add an attacker to this pawn, maybe? Yeah, I don't want to push here because that gives the knight this square, which would be a big nuisance. Okay. So let's just try to hang on to this square if I can. Let's just castle. Get a rook into battle, and then I have this to defend the pawn further. I guess push would be a little scary. So maybe I need to react with this at some point. Makes my light square bishop look kind of stupid, but I think it's an important job for him to do. I could also try and trade the dark square bishops. We both have pretty good dark square bishops, I think. And ruining their structure would be great, so I think they should do something else if I threaten that. But they could, like, just duck it here and... So there's this. Chases the knight. But I think something like queen here might be an acceptable defense to that. I gotta try to take an open file. Or stop this pawn advancing. But I want to be able to control this square. I don't want to make any sudden moves with this pawn, I don't think. It's too easy to target. I can just, like, get a rook here, which is a generally good place for a rook. Ah, what about this knight moving to attack the bishop? Bishop has a hard time getting out of that. He has to go, like, right here. Problem is, there's no good way to finish him there, is there? Wait, here, pawn push, yes. That's how you take out that bishop. And then if he takes, you don't have to go with the pawn, you go with the rook, probably. Okay. Like, my knight sucks a little bit, and their bishop, I think, is quite good. Stopping moves like this, for example. And right now he has no way out of the trade, as far as I can see. What is this threatening? Rook takes. Queen takes. Then what? Knight takes? Okay, I don't really want to allow that. Can I do this to stop it? Or just maybe make a bishop move? I don't need this bishop for purposes of trapping. Well, I kind of do. Because I don't want... Well, no, I can move... Suppose I move the bishop. It attacks the knight. Yeah, that's good enough. It means they can't just do nothing. So the thing I might worry about is here, and then, like, queen doubles up or something. But I think I'm fine in that case. Ah, I do need the bishop for stopping this move. So, okay, takes... Takes would be fine. I'm up material in that case. There's no way they're doing this next. They want to pick up a knight first. Yeah, this is just not something to worry about. And then I get this, pinning the knight to the king, which I did not see coming. Okay. I want an excuse to do something with my queen. I also want to develop here. I could try this push, but it doesn't really accomplish anything, I don't think. It just weakens my king. Yeah, let's just put a rook on this file. And then... Really? What's that all about? That doesn't seem good. Now I have this file. Okay. Now if I want to take the knight, I kind of have to actually do it. Do I want the knight? I think my dark square bishop is pretty good. So I'm inclined to say no. But it would relieve my queen from having to defend this square. And let me get this bishop somewhere more aggressive, like here. Maybe just here? Yeah, and it doubles up their pawns. I think this is worth doing. I'm running a bit low on time, aren't I? I don't know. I should have pushed this pawn, actually. And then tucked the bishop in behind it. That wouldn't have worked. They would just take the pawn. Okay. Okay, I think I like getting this file. Why not this one? This one's probably better. It has stuff like this. What is the threat? I don't know. Nothing? Here is fine. I just want to get some pieces traded, but it's not totally easy to do that. This is not so great. I don't know. It would be fine. Yeah, it would get queens off, and it doesn't even necessarily lose a pawn. Could just win this pawn. I don't think that's threatening anything. These are my candidate moves. Or maybe this? I don't think so. Yeah, let's just try to get the queens off. Make sure she's doing a good job protecting the king. Okay, this is not really a threat. Let's take this pawn. Get my bishop back over to defending, just in case they do develop a threat. Here, I think. Not here. This is an important square to defend. And I'm not worried about being attacked like that. Or like this, for that matter. I think I want to stop that. What about this? They can't actually take. And if I take, something good should happen? Yeah. Or instead of doubling, I could go like this and just let them have that pawn. I don't think I want to do that. Okay, not really threatening me on the back rank. You're threatening this pawn, I assume, is the idea. But why don't I just grab it? Maybe there is some back rank threat. Here, here. And then you get a rook in to support somehow. Well, okay, not here, maybe here. Yeah, maybe I should have been more careful. Maybe there's enough material to get a supported queen back here. That would be pretty sad. No, they just want a pawn. Okay, thank God. You can have it. Um, Here, I mean, I'm threatening back rank stuff against them, but they can defend, so... I'm kind of thinking maybe just push this. So my bishop keeps an eye on it, and my rook is free to do other things. Okay, let's get back over here. Seems useful. And I should probably do this at some point to give my king more room to breathe. I don't know if that even works. Because this is not an exit square. I am sort of inviting this stuff. This is a big threat. So is this, to be honest. Here, I don't know. I kind of want my bishop out of the way just so something like this doesn't ever develop. I don't really mind losing this pawn. Yeah, let's just push this. You can have that if you want it. Okay, so what is the threat over here? There's got to be something, right? Some reason I can't take it, make a queen. I don't think so. None of these checks accomplish anything. Or these attacks. Do they? No. What about here with check? Then make another queen. This stuff is actually coming with check instead of not. Or, you know what? What about I just simplify this position? Trade, and make my own queen. Now I'm up more, right? They have a queen. I have a queen, a rook, and a bishop. Yeah, let's just simplify. Oh wow, they pre-moved that. Saw what was coming, I guess. I didn't think of it until moments ago. But it does seem like a good move. And my king is now absolutely safe. A single piece can't really do that much to him. Here? Doesn't really... Well... That would be game over, I think. I don't know, let's try this. So this check now forces... That's checkmate, right? Yeah. King can't move up, he can't move to the side, no one can block. Okay. So, how did this game go? There was, I think, like, honestly, the whole thing with, like, the queen winning a pawn was kind of cool, and then they dropped a knight, which was enough. And then after that, I'm sure there were some mistakes, but it felt like I was just kind of grinding out the advantages that I had. One blunder, I guess that's this. Okay. So, it didn't like this capture. It says it is quite bad. What was my idea with this capture? It was to allow the queen over here and also undouble my pawns. And the knight can't actually retake. So maybe I was supposed to go like this first? But the knight doesn't want to move anyway. I don't know, this seems really cool to me. It's interesting that it thinks this push is right. But not with the plan to retake. Maybe knight takes? That seems so bad. This is an amazing center. I was so happy with this. I mean, knight takes, pawn takes. Bishop here. Are there any other moves I can think of that aren't horrible? Oh, bishop here is horrible. It drops the queen. Knight takes? Why? I mean, I guess the answer is find out what they were supposed to do about my move. Well, they did it. Or no. So what was supposed to happen after this was castles. But instead, knight b5 was bad because I get this. Right? Yeah. But why is castle so much better? Because now this move doesn't come with tempo, right? So this was bad, I get it. But I don't understand why I'm losing here at all. It seems like I'm in totally good shape. I guess I'm a little less developed than my opponent. I have this good center, but it's not everything. And eventually they can take it away. I don't know, just some positional thing here. I don't think there's any big tactic. And then here, I retreated with my bishop, which it doesn't like. This? Doesn't seem great. Maybe. But I didn't really want to open the file. Maybe castles? Before something bad happens to me? But I was... I don't know. The castle seems okay. Nope, it's not. Okay, there's this. Yeah, that's a good point. So I do have to get something off of this file. Maybe it's supposed to be the queen, but I can't. Here? No, there's still this, right. So I think I'm supposed to move the bishop back, but apparently not to here. Here? Maybe there's some way for them to pile up on this before they take, which they didn't do in the game, but should have. Yeah, okay. So when I did this, they were supposed to play rook here. Ah, and my queen has to go way over this way, and she's deflected from the pawn. She can't stay on this diagonal because this knight is controlling it. I see. So, because this rook move is coming, we have to get a piece off of this file, and the only one that can go is the bishop. And then the queen has to get off the file too, but we need the bishop here defending the pawn. Cool move. What was my inaccuracy, out of curiosity? Yeah, of course. I mean, I don't know. I had mate in 5, but... what it prefers is... Yeah, learn from this mistake. The button doesn't actually work. Or skip here? I don't know. So, I mean, I can promote. I was just worried something weird was going to happen to me if I did. Right. Apparently, their best play is to just sack against me to delay the checkmate. But I was just a little bit superstitious. My king is, like, obviously a bit claustrophobic here. He has no legal moves if he gets checked. And, I just wanted that possibility to go away. Okay, I mean, I'm happy with this game, for sure. Missed a couple things, but overall pretty good. Let's do a quick Puzzle Storm, actually. I'm in the mood for a Puzzle Storm, and it's a slight... It's not a short video. But I had my personal best Puzzle Storm on camera, off camera earlier today. So it's only 24, but it's, it's something. What's the idea here? Check, win the rook, I guess? Checkmate? Win the queen? Checkmate? A little confused on this one. Oh, win the knight, okay. Attack the rooks. Win the queen. Win the queen. Checkmate. This seems good, yeah. And then the sack here. Win the bishop. Where are we going? Ah, check and win the bishop. Check and win the rook. Does this... What? This is a check. King has to go here. That's probably good. And then bring in the rook? Yeah. This would be a check, but not very good, I think. They just do this. I don't see anything going on here. Check. some queen sack? I don't think so. The problem is my knight is under attack, I guess. And has no squares. Defend? I don't know. That's what I would do in a game. Doesn't seem likely to win a puzzle, obviously, but... Checkmate. Check, win the rook? I guess? Checkmate? I'm not sure why that was right. Oh, I guess it just wins material. Okay. Knight here? No, my rook's in trouble. Attack the knight and then take the bishop? Nope, that seems to have been wrong. Okay, 18. Not a particularly amazing performance. Let's look at failed puzzles here. There was this one. I was totally lost here. I can trade it in for, like, a pawn while I lose it, but... It seems like there should be some way to save it, no? I guess this push is a little bit better. It defends the knight, and if takes, I take here, attacking the bishop, the rook. But then when they take, they're defending the rook, so I don't even get to, like... And also the rook is defended anyway. So that doesn't save the knight. This is a... I mean, this comes with check, but... I don't see anything here. What's the answer? Why is this good? Rook takes. Ah, okay, that's trickier than it looked. The queen, okay. So we remove the only defender of this square and attract the rook here. That seems a little bit harder than 1257 to me. Okay. Maybe I'm just too used to thinking of offense in Puzzle Storm, and this kind of feels a little weirdly defensive. Okay, good puzzle, though. And then this last one that we didn't solve on the way out. My queen is also under attack, so yeah, that would... I forget what move I tried, but it makes sense that it wasn't any good. Did I try taking the bishop? Taking the bishop is just fine. Even though it loses this rook. Ah, the rook is guarded. Okay, kind of a weird puzzle. Alright, that's all for today. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.